Hello and welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean, and today we have a Twisted Retreat unboxing. This, my friends, is the November title, which is The Nightmare Man by J.H. Markert. Fascinating. Nightmare Man as a title sounds kind of like, one of those kind of cryptid horror. Cryptid horror is not really the right word for it. Cryptid is, more of like Bigfoot and all sorts of those kind of monsters. What do they call it when it's like kind of like a creepypasta, maybe? Which, if you're not familiar, is kind of along the lines of like Slender Man, kind of a urban legend brought into being. Creepy dust jacket, I will say that. So this, my friends, is The Nightmare Man by J.H. Markert, with a redesigned dust jacket by Devin Forst, including foiling and UV gloss, hardcover illustrations by Alworkk, stencil edges by Daydreams TD or Daydream STD. I'm hoping it's the former, not the latter. If you do have a Daydream STD, you should go talk to your doctor about that. Illustrated Endpapers, different front and back with gloss by Kongor Art, ribbon marker, art in collaboration with the author, and signed by the author. Very excited about that. And then sneak peek at next month, which is The Other Side. And I've heard rumblings that a forthcoming title from, look at the nice edges there, forthcoming title from Twisted Retreat is by a pretty damn good author. Very excited to see what comes of that one. So anyways, The Nightmare Man is your classic story of an author accidentally bringing some sort of otherworldly creature into reality. Follows an author who moves into his family's estate, Blackwood Manor. Blackwood Manor? Blackwood something. Blackwood Mansion. And, he's just worked on his last book, which is The Scarecrow Man. Not to be confused with The Nightmare Man. And pretty soon, bodies are turning up in gruesome ways, reminiscent of The Scarecrow Man. And so some detectives are on the case, and, ooh, that is creepy. It's like a little demon tooth fairy. And some detectives are on the case trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And, figure out how Markert and his penmanship come into play. Copyright 2023, that's kind of surprising. A lot of their titles recently have been fairly new titles, and this one, it's pushing 3 years, which 3 years isn't a long time by any means, but I feel like it's pretty long for what some of Twisted Retreat has done. I like that right there. Books by Benjamin Bookman, who is the fictional author inside that. You have your little fictional bibliography. Love those kind of details. No interior artwork, which is fine, but that's kind of what you would expect with Twisted Retreat. Twisted Retreat is very much just fancy trade editions, but it's priced like a fancy trade edition. It's priced like a non-fancy trade edition. I think the book-only box is like 20-something bucks a month, which, for the cost of a trade edition is pretty much on par, excluding sales you get online or spending on Amazon or what have you. But, they still give you tons of artwork without that, especially when it's come signed by the author. It's not going to be as fancy as, say, like small press editions, but I think it's still well worth the price. They do have a larger box as well. There's a book-only box, which is what I'm subscribed to. They do have a full box, which includes all sorts of other little knickknacks and goodies. But I hardly have enough room for the books I own, let alone knickknacks and goodies, so just book-only for me. Although sometimes some of those knickknacks and goodies include a second book, and in those instances I have to buy it after the fact. But I'm opening the book that I am really looking forward to, which hopefully, I don't think it's going to be next month. Based on the description here of The Other Side, I don't think it's going to be this December title. Maybe it'll be January's, we'll see. I'm very excited to, just get a nice special edition of this book until we eventually get a hint, hint, wink, wink, a limited edition from Earthling Publications of said title. But anyways, check out Twisted Retreat if you want some nice and affordable special edition, special trade edition, but still special edition nonetheless, titles. Once I have read The Nightmare Man, I will do a full book review here on the channel. I do at least one full book review a week. Plenty of unboxings in between here and there, including the monthly book-only box from Twisted Retreat if you wanted to see for yourself. There usually are leftover copies. Once they are available, they will be on their website. I don't think it's available yet for the Nightmare Man, but I'll put a link in the description board to their store if you want to check it out. But definitely worth checking out if you want, like I said, affordable trade editions with a nice little, unique touch to them. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Check out The Nightmare Man by J.H. Markert. Check out Twisted Retreat, and we'll see you around next time.